I have not been feeling well for the past couple of weeks or so, about a week and a half. So I needed to take a little break and get myself rested and all of that. So I might still sound a little bit stuffy, but I do feel better. So whoever is on the list, just go ahead and check the description box per usual. If this is your first time getting a mini love read, your names are going to be in the description box. At the end of the live, I will put your timestamp next to your name so you guys can come back and watch it whenever you want to watch it. Also, I am not receiving any more submissions for tonight, so no free questions. This isn't a general read either. This is only for those that purchased a mini love read. I typically do this on Monday, but with the exception for tonight because of my schedule and me not feeling well, I rescheduled it for today. But other than that, I typically do this every Monday. If you guys would like to book a reading with me any other time, you guys can check out my website. And then if you guys have questions about my readings and my services, you guys can just email me directly if you guys have questions. Okay. All of my information is typically in my description box. Whew, excuse me. Do not mind my nails, okay? It's been a minute since I got my nails done. I'm going to get them done tomorrow. So, yeah, I am missing a couple of nails, okay? So, it might be a little ghetto. It is what it is. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the reading, the list. Holy Spirit, angels, ancestors, and spirit guides, I thank you for your divine presence. I ask this reading be divinely clarifying, bring peace to those who are seeking guidance and information about their love situation. I ask for permission to tap into all parties inquiring about their reading, their message, their guidance, the person that they have in mind for the reading. I ask for permission to tap in as far as what you will allow us to know about this connection. What do you want those that purchase the reading to know about their connection and the person that they're asking about? I also ask that this reading be divinely covered, divinely protected from any lower vibrational energies, entities, intentions, wills, anything that is not in the divine, most highest good for either of us that are receiving a reading tonight, me as a messenger. As for divine insight only, Holy Spirit, we bind and we block up any trickster spirits, lying spirits, confusion, deception, trickery out of this reading. Any malevolent forces and beings, dark forces, evil forces, we bind you, we block you. Okay. All right. Clear and consecrate the energies, the cards. Amen and Ashe. Let's go ahead and get into the reading. First person on the list, I do not know how to pronounce your name, so I'm going to do my best. I'm just going to, if you don't mind, I'm going to call you Raj. And you purchased the 1111 one, which is only strictly looking into how the person you're asking about feels. Anyone that purchased an extended mini love read, the spread, I do spreads, by the way, is a little more, it's extended, obviously. So if you have the 1111, it's just tapping into how the person feels, and then what's your advice, and then that's that. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into your reading. Again, I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm going to call you Raj. Hopefully that's fine with you. So we're tapping into the person that you have in mind, feelings towards you, and what's your advice. Holy Spirit, ask for permission to tap into the person in question, his feelings, and what their higher self will allow to come out, and what you feel is of her highest good to know, or of their highest good to know, as far as how this person in question feels towards them. How does this person in question feel? How does this person in question feel? Okay, I'm gonna do my best to show the cards with the lighting. And do not mind my nails. I am getting them done tomorrow. They look a hot mess. Okay, the first card you have is I feel like you may be the only person on earth with the power to see right through me. With I feel nothing for them. Let me clarify with the tarot. How does this person feel? How does this person feel? How does this person in question feel? So you have temptation, which would be the devil card in this deck. And then you have the four of staves, which is the four of wands. This energy feels, to be honest, this energy doesn't, it's not like a clear, how do I explain it? I'm not sure what the relation is to the person you're asking about. Whoever the person is that you have in mind, it's like, I don't feel, for some reason, I don't feel like a connect between the two. So whether or not this is like a person that you know too much about or that you're in a connection with, or could be a crush or something, but it kind of feels like there's not much to tap into. I'm gonna be honest. So the cards, I feel like you're the I feel like you may be the only person on earth with the power to see right through me. With the four of wands, the devil, and then I feel nothing for them. This feels like this energy, I'm trying my best to explain this. This energy feels like it's a strong desire on someone's end. It's like a strong desire towards one person has a strong desire for the other. I'm gonna have to clarify this because I want to make sure I'm picking this up correctly. Holy Spirit, clear this energy. The Ten of Pentacles. King of Wands. This person has some type of an awareness that you have this, there's something there between the two of you that allows this person to have a bigger, I don't know how to explain this. It doesn't really feel like a strong connect. I don't know if it's, again, if it's whether you or this person are actually dealing with one another or not, you know of this person, or it's some type of, it's not a strong closeness. This energy is very confusing. If I was just to go off of, oh, the Ten of Pentacles is here, the Four of Wands is here, and then just say, okay, yeah, there's some type of connection because of those two cards. But the energy behind what I'm picking up beyond the cards is I don't feel a connect between the two for whatever reason. With that Devil card here, something about this energy doesn't either it's either this, like I said, I don't feel a strong connect between two people. The energy feels a little off. If you need me to clarify this, or at least give me a name of who this person is that you're asking about, or what the connect is, it's like something about this, and I don't usually ever actually need to know who the person is and their name and all that. I can just straight up pinpoint the energy. But for some reason, um, this doesn't feel like a strong connection, or if it's this is someone from your past that you're no longer connecting with. Something about it feels amiss, and I'm trying my best to interpret this, and I don't want to just pull anything out of the hat and be like, oh yeah, this, and I don't get that. I'm not feeling it. Yeah, for some reason I'm not pinpointing like the energy. It's like the connect is off. It's like one person's energy is very strongly focused upon the other, but um it's not a energy going back and forth between two people. Even if you haven't spoken to someone, that doesn't necessarily mean that the energy is still not flowing between two people, because they can still be thinking about each other even if they haven't spoken and all of that. But it's like something within the energy's off, and I'm not picking up this person's feelings. It's like their biggest feelings that I can pick up on is that this person feels that they had some type of relation to you, to where you're able to like see them, you're able to like, you know them, or you know something about this person, like you know deep things about them. You might be able to pick up on their feelings or their emotions, like they know that you have an awareness of them, or um there's this like some type of familiarity exists here. Feelings and emotions, I don't feel like there's something actively going on between the two of you. Like the energy is not flowing, it's not fluid. So this person may either, like I said, this is a situation where there's an interest on your end or something, but it may be maybe this person doesn't know you, or they don't know much about you, you don't know much about each other. There's not a lot of interacting, it's a lot of curiosity or something like that, or trying to figure out what this connection is or something like that, but it's not a lot of physical interaction or personal interaction to pick that up. Or this is someone that you used to have dealings with and you no longer connect, and this person's energy is no longer active in your energy, if that makes sense. That's what it feels like. That's the best way that I can describe this. There's nothing really to grasp or pick up that they're feeling, if that makes sense. So there, of course, there could be many different factors to that. Like I said, if you need me to clarify this, or you want to tell me more clearly what this is, what or who I'm picking up on, and let me know like what's going on, so it's a better understanding of what this, all of this energy is I'm picking up. Otherwise, um, what it feels like to me, like in the energy, is like it's not a strong enough connect to pull or pick up anything going on. I'm not feeling anything. That makes sense. I feel one person's energy is more pulling on the other than it being a mutual connect, a mutual energy. That's what I'm getting from that. I'm going to pull an advice card, because that was literally like pulling a dinosaur's teeth trying to get that out. But let's see, because that was not clear at all. If I didn't have discernment, I would just, oh yeah, he feels a family. Like that's because the Ten of Pentacles and the Four of Wands came out, but the energy was off. And that Devil card was the loudest card that was screaming out. It's the only major arcana, of course. And I usually pay attention to the typical, not the typical. I typically pay attention to the major arcana cards first. So if you need me to clarify something or run that back, or just email me. Not from my website directly, email me. My Gmail account, email me. Okay, adjustments are required. Head adjustments. You and your, see, this energy is like, it's not, you see how the cards is giving me like bullshit, basically. Um, this energy feels weird. It really feels weird. Um, it's either this is a connection that it's not much to go off of. It's nothing really to, you know what I mean? Like, this energy feels weird. Like, let's say I'm asking about a crush or someone that I've never met or doesn't know that I exist, and I'm asking about their feelings towards me. I can't say that that's exactly what it is, but that's the best way that I could describe it. I'm like trying to figure out something that isn't even um it's a light way to say this. Like, I don't want to say that it's irrelevant, but it's like, um what is there to tell, what is there to what advice is there to give you. Again, just email me, because this energy, I'm not picking up anything, and I would be a complete fraud and asshole just to just make up some shit. I'm not getting anything really. So let me know what kind of energy this is. Um and that's why I usually advise you guys, when you guys get these types of readings, you're asking about a love partnership, like, who are you asking about? What's the person's name? If you don't feel comfortable telling me the person's name, at least an initial or something like that, or a nickname of this person where I can pinpoint it. And most likely, like, what is the energy behind the connection? Like, if this is just some person that you don't even know, like, you got to give me a backstory of what's going on. You don't have to give me too much, just a little bit. I don't usually need them, but that, I didn't pick up on anything really. Something about the energy is not active, or this is like completely somebody that doesn't know you exist, or you don't know them, or something is amiss, and I'm not able to pick up on you plus this other person. Does that make sense? So let me know, because that was not clear whatsoever. Um, okay, I can hear myself. I don't know why you're not able to hear me. I can hear me. Okay. Yeah, let me know. Email me. No shame, none of that. I'm not shaming you or anything. Just let me know, because I wasn't picking up on anything, really. Not too much, at least. All right, so I'm going to move on to the next person on the list, which is Briana. Hey, Janaya, how are you? All right, let's see. Okay, Briana, you are asking about a specific person. And that's my uncle's name, by the way. The person's name you are asking about. I have an uncle named that. All right, so let's see. What is the energy? Holy Spirit, please clear out all previous energies, all previous messages. And consecrate and clear the cards. What does Briana need to know about this connection between her and this person? What does she need to know? Some cards hiding in here. Okay. Six of Wands, Queen of Cups. When I get to you, if you're still on, you can however you feel comfortable doing it. You want to leave their initials, their name, whatever you feel comfortable with. And all the time, you don't always have to, because I already know, like, if it's someone that usually gets a reading, I already know who their person is because I read it before. But just in case, let's say it is a new person or something, something's changed and you're not asking about the same person, like, obviously you would let me know. But yeah, okay, so you have the Six of Wands, the Queen of Cups, and the Princess of Coins, which is the Page of Pentacles. Okay. All right. So this person, I feel like how they're viewing you right now is they view you as somewhat of an investment, or they're thinking about investing in you, because I feel like this person does have um, a strong feeling for you, whether it's love yet or it's a strong liking towards you. Um, this person feels like moving towards you is like either this is a level up for them, because the Six of Wands typically is a winning card, and after coming from the Five of Wands, which is a challenge, and the Queen of Cups is more mature energy, emotionally mature, emotionally giving, nurturing. Then you got the Page of Pentacles here, and she's holding a coin and it has a heart in it. So either this person is developing strong feelings for you, or they feel um, by investing into this connection a little bit further or emotionally would be some type of win. Let me see. Don't judge my nails, y'all. When I was sick, I was just just dealing with a lot just here. Like, nah. Who got time to get their nails done? Like, and I don't have no business being at no nail salon being sick. So tomorrow I plan on it. Can't say this guaranteed. Holy Spirit, please clear this energy for Briana and the person whom she's asking about. Soulmate and inner child. Okay. So the inner child, it says be kind to yourself, let your creativity flow. And then you have soulmate, it says souls and close vibrational resonancy. So yeah, this person does feel a connection to you where, again, it's like this security or wanting to invest more into this connection. So the inner child can also speak to the Page of Pentacles or the Princess of Pentacles in this deck. But I feel it's more so like the desire to invest in something. And I feel like y'all, either you or this person is still at the beginning stages of getting to know each other, or getting to know each other to a certain degree of, I feel like it's in between the cusp of wanting to make something more solidified or playing with the idea of that. So there's still some getting to know, still some type of learning, like this fresh energy between the two of you. But they feel a deep connection, though. With the soulmate card and the Queen of Cups energy, this person feels that. I'm going to look at their feelings specifically, though. Let's see. How does this person actually feel towards Briana, this person in question? What does this person actually feel? What are they actually feeling? What is this person actually feeling? Okay. It's a lot of cards, but I don't know if we can pull all of these cards, though. It's most accurate to how this person feels towards Briana, this person in question. For this reading, how does this person? I feel like I need to protect you from my drama. I feel an intense urge to run, but my heart says stay. I feel divinely convicted to honor our union. So I feel like this person is developing feelings for you to a point maybe that might be a little bit uncomfortable for this person, or they don't feel okay, let me backtrack, because back to the Six of Wands energy. Six of Wands is obviously coming from the Five of Wands, like I mentioned before. The Five of Wands is a card of challenges, could be a card of competition, battles, inner battles. Could even be this is this person's drama, something that they're used to, or something that they just came from, a past or an energy that they were in, where this person looks at themselves sometimes as maybe have being a part of some type of drama, or because this feels like fresh energy between the two of you. So whatever this drama is that they feel like they need to protect you from, I feel like that's a past that they're used to. That's something that they just overcame, or they feel like they are overcoming this or moving in your direction in some type of win. They're not in that type of energy anymore, or they would no longer be participating in that type of energy anymore, being connected to you. So there is this fear of needing to run from this, or to backtrack, or to sabotage, but I feel like their connection, their pull towards you is stronger than that, if that makes sense. Because you also have, I feel divinely convicted to honor our union, and it's kind of hard to see the cards because of the lighting. You can kind of see it just a little bit. So yeah, that would make sense. So either this person is still kind of like participating, maybe it's even their environment, it could be the type of things that they're into, the type of people, their behavior, whatever, certain patterns that they know might be toxic, but in some type of way this person feels like they've either overcame that in some type of way, or they feel like just being more around you, that they're not in that energy, if that makes sense. What does this person want you to know? What do they want to say to you? What does this person want you to know? What do they want to say to you? What does this person want to say to Briana? Never experienced unconditional love before. I really can't describe what I'm experiencing when it comes to you, and I'm inspired by you. Yeah, so you have a positive pull and an effect on this person's energy. So the fact that they're not able to really describe what they're experiencing is more of a feeling, it's more of an energy than it is more something that they can put into words. I've never experienced true unconditional love before, this person might be used to putting on a certain facade, or living life a certain way that isn't wholeheartedly authentic, and it's still accepted amongst other people, or people don't question it. They kind of just, just let this person kind of walk in that mask. With you, they feel like a sense of comfort. So to me, when I see the Queen of Cups, or like the Queen of Pentacles, or the Empress, I get an energy of like, it's a feminine energy where you feel some sense of security. You feel like this mothering energy, especially those three cards, the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Empress. With the Queen of Cups coming out, I feel like that's nurturing, that's loving energy. Also, too, if this has anything to do with love as well, maybe this person is not used to fully being emotionally receptive, or you might find like, oh, well, he's not really that open emotionally, or he doesn't really express things like that. In some type of way, I feel like this person has let their guard down, or in a way that they're not used to letting their guard down. But this person does feel a connection towards you. I'm gonna go back to this other card where it says, I feel an intense urge to run, but my heart says stay. So it's like a pull on this person. One part of them is like, I need to run from this. I'm uncomfortable. This isn't what I'm used to. Or let's say I'm not a good enough person, blah, blah, blah. But the heart is another pull that's there. So there's something that speaks to this person's heart, or speaks to them emotionally, that I don't feel like they're used to. That's what I'm getting from that. Let's see what your advice is and what you can potentially expect from the situation. All right. Come on now. Briana's advice and what can she potentially expect from this person in question? Ew, excuse me. Okay, step out of your comfort zone and a new start is coming. Okay, so step out of your comfort zone is a North Node card, which is all about our fate, our destiny. And then you have the new moon energy. So I feel like this can go both ways for the both of you with the step out of your comfort zone, is that the situation might be challenging for both of you because it's not what you're used to or the where you're at. I'll more so say to I also feel this energy of like where you're at just within yourselves at this point in your life is not what you're used to, and there might be a lot of different changes and shifts just within your own individual lives and within yourselves that requires you to step into a new way. But it's more so like this new path is more in alignment with your path, what you came here for, the North Node placement. It speaks more to that. But in some type of way, this connection aligns with that new start. If this person is not going to participate in the long term as far as like whatever your futures are, whatever is in alignment with your path, your fate, your destiny, all of that, if this person doesn't stick around long, the effects of this person being in your life in the long term, and whether they stay or not, the effects of the connection, you and this person's effect on each other, I feel like is positive in alignment, if that makes sense, in alignment with whatever your North Node path is, if that makes sense. Hopefully I'm making sense. And then you have a new start is coming. So what's inevitable is that there is a new beginning that's taking place in your life and in this person's life. And like I said, if it be that you guys, this person is in your life long term from now, or not, the effects of the connection is going to be long. Something about it is long lasting, or it's helping you step more in alignment with your North Node. So, you know how some connections, they play a very significant, important role karmically to our lives, but I feel like it's more profound. I don't feel like it's anything painful or detrimental, but let's say this, that if it, let's say for instance, like you meet that one person that is like the last person that you'll date before you meet your one, right? And maybe this person does something that really kind of devastates things and makes you feel like, okay, well, I thought that was it. You know what I mean? Like it feels like that was the person or that was the one. But without them doing whatever they did, if that wouldn't have happened, you wouldn't have met your one, if that makes sense, or you wouldn't made the change to end its cycle in order to allow the real deal to come in. Let's say that, or this person meeting them opened the door to getting some type of record deal or something. Let's say that, I don't know. But there's a significance of this connection that leads to the unfoldment of your fate, your path. That's what I get from this. Long story short, if that makes sense, that's what I'm feeling from this. Something about it is profound. It's not just like, oh, it's just another person or just another guy. Like something about this feels significant. So that's what I'm getting for you. Let me know if that made sense or if that resonates. But yeah, that is what I'm getting. Long story short. All right. I feel so awkward reading y'all. I have not read and feels like a little while. I don't know. But, you know, I've been healing and clearing and kind of shit. So, get back into the groove of it. And my voice sounds funny. All right, Alexis. 34:42 is your timestamp. Okay. Alexis. Holy Spirit, please clear out all previous energies. We close them out with love. Consecrate and clear the cards from all previous energies and messages. I ask you to find the truth of my declaring permission to tap into Alexis's energy and her connection with the person that she has in mind for this reading. What is the energies? What is the energies at the present? Alright. I feel like this person's thinking what's on their mind, or it feels like what's heaviest on their mind. Feels like this person with the King of Arrows, which would be the King of Swords, and then Tradition, which is the Hierophant with Romeo and Juliet, and the Eight of Pentacles being here. Getting two different energies. I'm getting two things. The first thing that I'm picking up is this person has commitment heavily on their mind. It's like this person's thinking about what it would take to invest in a connection long term or some type of commitment. I feel like this person also is very committed towards their stability right now. Like, I feel like this person is responsible, or at least they try to be responsible people when it comes to their priorities and the people that they care about. They are thinking about you. There is something that in this person's mind might kind of separate the two of you. Something might be non-traditional about this connection. So we're getting into the whole Romeo and Juliet thing, because that's what this card, the two kids in this card is Romeo and Juliet. Can't really see it because the lighting. I'm using the Lover's Path Tarot for this. But if you think about the story of Romeo and Juliet, both of their families were rivals, and they didn't really talk about their age too much from what I remember in the story. They didn't really get too much into the fact that they were young, but it was more of the rivalry with both families. And people, you know, getting hurt and all of that. So it was like that separation that put a wedge between the two of them, and they couldn't live without each other, and so on and so forth. You know, the whole story of that. It doesn't have to be that serious or anything like that, but there could be something that this person perceives as kind of like getting in the way of you guys having a traditional type of commitment or relationship. With the Eight of Pentacles being here, it could be this person's work. It could be how much they feel like they have to dedicate or put into their energy. But they are deep in contemplation, or they're deep in thought when it comes to commitment and what it would take to commit to this connection, if that makes sense. Clarify this. Holy Spirit, what is all of this? What's going on? Holy Spirit, what is the energy surrounding Alexis? Yeah, replaying the past. Liar, someone isn't telling the truth. Patience, allow things to unfold. Intention, someone has ulterior motives. So I feel like this person might be, if you feel like at times like this person is very hot and cold, like it's this push and pull energy. 1 minute it seems like things are moving, and then 1 minute it's halted. This person might tell little white lies to kind of stall things a little bit until they get their mind right, or until they figure out what they're going to do in this connection, or how they want to move things forth in this connection. There's something about the past that this person is thinking about as well, with replaying the past card being here. This person has a lot on their mind, like I said. Being the King of Swords, though, the King of Swords typically is a wise thinker. They are a careful thinker. They, this person, I feel like, realizes that there requires some work in this connection. If you want this, and if they want this to be something long lasting, there is some hard work that has to be put into it. And like I said, I don't know exactly what the opposition is of this, because there is one. I keep going back to that Romeo and Juliet card. There is something that could pose as some type of challenge in the connection or them fully being committed to it. And I don't feel like it's another woman or nothing like that. This feels like a circumstance or something within this person, if that makes sense. So, with patience, allow things to unfold. I feel like that's a message to you from spirit. We haven't even gotten into the advice yet, but I feel like with the patience card, allow things to unfold, is like this person's in the middle of trying to like sit and figure things out, if that makes sense. This person does have, I feel like this person does have your best intentions, but the way that they go about it sometimes with the liar card, someone isn't telling the truth. Intention, someone has ulterior motives. I don't feel like this person has ulterior motives. I feel like they're not always honest in where they stand sometimes. And I feel like in their mind, it's kind of like being calculated, like, okay, I'm going to say this and I'm going to say that. Um, so I can work through whatever this energy is. That's what I get from this. It's like stalling, if that makes sense. Like, I'm going to stall for time to figure something out, or to figure out where I stand, or how do I want to move about things. That's what I'm getting from this. But let's see how they feel about you and what do they want to communicate to you. Let's see. How does this person feel right now about Alexis and their connection? How does this person feel about Alexis and their connection right now? I feel fearful and unsafe in love. I feel you are trying to control me. I feel maybe I'm delusional about all of this. So this person could be, when things get, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, like the feeling that I get from this is soon as things seem to progress, or it might be some type of next step that feels like, okay, this is getting serious, or we're going to take this to the next level type thing, excuse me, or this person talks about it. When they start to play with the idea, like when they're in the moment of it and they're in their, their heart space about it, I feel like they're all in, they're open to it, they want it. And then there's this other part, this other element, there's some type of block where I feel like this person gets cold feet or something. It's kind of like that. So then, because whatever this is, it requires this person to dedicate more of themselves, and I feel like they might perceive that they're ready to, or there's a fear maybe of failure, because the Eight of Pentacles did come out, and I feel like sometimes the Eight of Pentacles is a card of perfecting something. So this person might put a lot of heavy, what's the right word, like a heavy expectation on themselves to be this or to be that, or if they feel like, okay, what's the possibility that I might mess things up, or they might look at something in the past that happened, doesn't necessarily have to be between the two of you, but there's some type of block that keeps this from fully coming together in a way that I feel like you both want ultimately. Again, I keep going back to the Romeo and Juliet thing. There's something that kind of prevents this from fully coming full circle, coming together in some type of way. And I feel like it's a fear with this card. Can't really see it. Just a little bit. Let me see. Let me put some lighting on because I can't do this. But yeah. What's the other card? I feel you are trying to control me. I feel like it's not necessarily that this person feels you're trying to control them. It could be a fear of losing themselves, losing their own identity in a connection. I keep going back to that Romeo and Juliet card. And that's the card, the Hierophant, the commitment card. So yeah, this person has a fear of that. I feel like maybe I'm delusional about all of this. And when they play into the idea, it's like, well, maybe I'm way in over my head. Maybe I can't really be what this person wants or needs. It's something with that. What does this person want to say right now that their higher self will allow us to tap into? What does this person want to say to Alexis? What does this person want to say to Alexis right now? Okay, so this situation is not just about sex, something that they would say. Their behaviors or actions or maybe where things are right now, this person does not want you to look at it as they don't care. I notice the signs align with you. I'm not interested in anyone else. Do you miss me? You need to choose what you truly want. And I feel like this is them speaking to themselves. And I know I have to choose. Yep. So choosing, like fully stepping into this connection in some type of way, it's like either it's been a discussion about future things with this connection, or it's one of those things where it's like you naturally know, like at some point, like this is gonna lead to something more, something else. So whether I decide I'm going to do that or how we're gonna do that, it's kind of like the situation or the next step always gets kind of like, I'm hearing the word prolonged, but it's kind of like it gets halted, it stalls. It's like, wait a minute, I just, not yet, or something happens to kind of, yeah, it's kind of like stall things. That's what I get from this. Let's see, what can you expect potentially in the near coming future? And what's your advice? It's time to release negativity. Prosperity lies ahead. Okay, so it's time to release negativity. It's a full moon in Scorpio card, and then prosperity lies ahead is a new moon in Taurus. Ironically, that's interesting because Scorpio and Taurus are opposite signs of one another, and then you have a full moon and then a new moon card. So whatever is the opposition in this connection, I feel like it's not so much just within the person, just one person. I feel like it's also, there could be, some opposition within yourself as well. So for both parties, whatever that might be would have to be released in order for some type of prosperity to take place. And I don't feel like this is speaking on financial energy only. That could be one of the things that is a block for somebody, is their financial stability right now. But I feel like the biggest thing though, and with the Hierophant actually being a Taurus card, I feel like that talks about the stability within your connection, or maybe commitment rather within the connection. It's a possibility that you guys could have abundance being in a stable connection together. Um, but whatever this negativity is, it's like it's time to release it. It's like it's saying it's now. Like whatever this is, it has to come up, and it could be something that is being addressed within this person because they're spending a lot of time, when they think about this connection, at least they put a lot of thought into the what ifs, and I feel like they do know that there's a block within them when it comes to this connection, or bringing the commitment into it, or having more of a solid ground in it, if that makes sense. I feel like this person is aware of that. The King of Swords is someone that is deeply aware. So I feel like this person is aware of self, or they are aware enough of self, what the blockages are, what they're doing, how they're halting things, how they're stalling things. This person is aware of that. So right now, I feel like Spirit is saying to concentrate or focus on like what the blockages are, and releasing those things. Because there is a potential, like I said, for some type of an abundance instability between the two of you. And if it be that there's a financial issue involved, there's also a possibility of things being cleared up or a better circumstance surrounding that as well, if that makes sense. So that's what I'm getting. I hope that resonated. Hopes that brings clarity to you in the situation or some type of peace. You're welcome. No problem. Hope that made sense to you in the circumstances. And thank you, Janaya. I didn't see that. Thank you. I do feel a lot better, but I still feel kind of, you know how you have that like fatigue feel? Like drowsy a little bit, like I can function and all of that, but it's like to a certain degree, like I can't do too much because I'm still like kind of tired. But I don't feel feverish anymore, thank God. My body isn't aching anymore, thank God. I don't have this bad ass headache, thank God. But I'm still clearing though, so I'm trying to like rest my body as much as I can and not do too much. And it's hot as hell out here. It's been raining and stuff, so it was a little bit cool, and then it got picked up again. The weather changes, y'all know. But I feel tons better though, thank God. All right, Rachel. Let's see. All right, Miss Rachel. Let's see what you got going on. Holy Spirit, thank you for your divine guidance. All previous energies out from the last reads with love. We close all energies. Ask for divine clarity, divine permission to tap into Rachel and her person in question's energy. Where is this connection at present? Where is the connection at present? Whoa. Oh. Okay, Queen of Wands. She just was not trying to come on the table. Where'd she go? Clear for that Queen of Wands, because there's a reason why she flew. And then when I grabbed her again, she flew again. All right, thank you. Wheel of Fortune. You're either being guided right now to take some type of action. This action could be, it could either be away from this, or it's like, it's okay. I'm getting, what I feel is like there's some type of friction surrounding taking action. So let's say, for instance, Spirit's saying for you to take some type of action and it requires something that you don't want to do and you might be avoiding it. Or it's like, whatever this action is, you don't want to take this action because it might require you to move away from this person. It's one of those things. It's like whatever you're being guided to do, there's some type of resistance behind it. Because it's almost like this person refuses to fully make a decision with the Two of Pentacles in reverse. This person knows one of these pentacles, there's feelings, and then one of the pentacles is missing. They're void of emotions and feelings, but they haven't decided to stop juggling something, the value of something. Or this person knows deep down in their heart, like where the value lies in their heart with something or someone. And I'm also getting two things too, like whoever this other person is, this other feminine energy is, she refuses to stop fighting, even though she might even herself be led to let go. But she's still fighting, like she refuses to let go. Even though there may be nothing here, they're just not ready to let go. That's what I'm getting from this. It's almost like it's stubborn energy. It's a lot of freaking cards. Who is that? Yeah. Yep. So I'm not gonna like get too personal into the situation because but you got the marriage card here, which says contractual agreements, toxic self-destructive behaviors, engagement. Someone is ready to take things to the next level. Okay. There is a toxic situation involved. There is a contractual agreement between two people. But there's also a connection where someone wants to engage. They want to take things to the next level. That's what I get from this. Instead of someone like voiding, opting out, or ending this contractual agreement because it is toxic in some type of way, where it is an imbalance. Um, it's not a healthy bond or connection. Someone is avoidant of emotions, or someone has lost emotions or feelings, or feels like this connection is no longer valuable. But instead of removing themselves out of this agreement, they're staying around in it. Where there's another side to this, where there's someone that wants to take things to the next level, who that's the person that's not a part of the contractual agreement. That's what I get from this. But I'm gonna be honest, it feels like it can be both sides of the story. It feels like this could be also what you're dealing with, where you're in a contractual situation, and then this person is also the opposite. They're in a contractual agreement with someone else, but the two people that want to get out of it want to take things to the next level together, if that makes sense. Nobody's moving though. It kind of feels like everybody's being guided to do something, like divinely led to do something, but nobody's doing it. It's like everybody's dragging their feet on it, or avoiding the issue, or just like turning a blind eye to it. That's what I get from this. Let's see, how does this person feel? How does this person feel about Rachael? Holy Spirit, how does this person? I feel like I owe you so much more than I can give you and have given you. I feel an insane familiarity with your energy, like we've done this before. I feel divinely convicted to honor our union. I feel like you're hiding something, and I feel a strong conviction to tell you everything. Okay? I don't know if I really need to explain that because it's pretty straight to the point. Let's see, what is this person wanting to say that they will allow us to tap into? They got a lot to say, and their cards is just coming right out. But we're not going to pull all of these cards. Holy Spirit, how many of these? Still a lot of cards, but okay. Okay, it's all a big ass front. Mask, games, facades, illusions. See, this person knows like whatever they're dealing with is toxic, and it's a lot of, playing pretend. Can you keep a secret? I feel like there's some things about this connection that this agreement that they're in. Either, yeah, it's a lot that you don't know, but maybe this person wants to share with you. One of those things may very well be that they might have cheated on this person before, or in some type of way, like this person, they feel like there's a lot that they have not told you or revealed about the situation that they're in. They do feel stuck in it because of it. I feel like it's way more toxic than what others realize or really see. And I feel like both parties play a role in the toxicity or the destructive nature of the connection. Maybe you don't see that side. Maybe you only see this person as the victim in the situation rather than how both parties might victimize each other or prey on each other or have done things to hurt one another. So they do admire you and all of that. I feel like they would tell you this. And part of the reason why this person kind of kept a lot of things out is because they don't want to lose your respect in some type of way. But yeah, there's a lot that this person hasn't told you about the situation. It's a lot that other people don't see. All right. And they want to know, if they were to tell you some of these things, would you keep a secret? How would they look in front of you? How would you perceive them? Alright. Share advice. So can you potentially expect? Alright. Look at the bigger picture. Full moon in Sagittarius. It's time to release negativity. Full moon in Scorpio. I feel like towards the end of the year, with the Sag and Scorpio energy, towards the end of the year, I feel like you might, either this person is going to tell you these things that they deem as like negative, or they might be a little bit ashamed to tell you their side of things or how toxic really this connection really is or has been. And or they're gonna start like releasing and cutting themselves out of this toxic situation, because I feel like there's a lot that may need to come full circle. There's a lot that's not being told or revealed. It's kind of like being swept over. So I feel like around the end of the year, maybe specifically around Scorpio and Sagittarius season, there's a lot that's going to come full circle. A lot of hidden things when it comes to the toxicity around this connection that they're in. And it could even resonate with you, but I feel like it's more so this person's in that a lot of these things are going to come out. Yeah, that's what I'm getting from this. So I'm not really getting any advice from you other than maybe something you already know, as far as like if you need to take some type of action on something and you've been hesitating or kind of like fighting against it, to take heed to whatever spirit is telling you on that end. But I'm not really getting advice. I feel it's most likely that there's a lot of clarity that's going to come out, or this person is going to reveal it themselves, a lot of truth. That's what I get from that. So hopefully that resonates. And I'm going to move on to the next person. So hopefully that was helpful. Hopefully that gives you some clarity or some understanding of things. And yeah, much love to you as always, Miss Rachel. I'm going to move on to Jennifer. Okay. Holy Spirit, please clear out previous energies. Hey, Zaria, how you doing? I've been doing okay. I'm just healing, clearing. I got my sister sick. No COVID, thank God. But yeah, I did get my sister sick, unfortunately. Jennifer. But I feel better. I've just been releasing a lot of stuff, clearing out energetically, mentally, emotionally as well. Resting, which is much needed. Oof. Taking a little bit of a social media break, not, that too. Okay. Don't mind my nails, y'all. They are going to get done. They've been long overdue. So you have the Five of Cups in reverse, Three of Wands in reverse, and the Nine of Cups upright. The energy that I get from this is like, it feels like either this person, whether this is literally what you've done or not, this person might feel like you've moved past them, or they're not really sure, I should say. This person doesn't really know. They're not really clear within themselves whether or not you've moved past them. Because the Nine of Cups is it's a card of wish fulfillment, but I feel it's like fulfillment with self and being pleased with where you are within you, like you're well achieved within self, being proud of yourself. um the story in this card, I can't remember what this woman's name is, but her lover passed away, and one of her final wishes was that um he was dead already, so it was like this, a prayer or this wish she had to feel his spirit again or something like that. Something weird like where he would come back, not stay, but like she would be able to feel his energy one last time or something like that. So it's kind of like making peace within heartache, or finding some type of I don't know why I heard solace, but being at peace with a hard situation, a heartbreaking situation, but still being able to have a fulfillment within that. Like, okay, even if me and this person can't be together, we would still be friends at the end of it. It's kind of like maybe this person feels like you've made some type of acceptance with the pain or where things are, and that you're in a more fulfilling place than where they're at with the situation. So they're not really sure how to feel. It's kind of like the Five of Cups being reversed is like, I don't know um if I fully can say that it's over or it's not. They're not really sure. That's what I'm getting from this. But how they're looking at where you're at with it is like you're more at peace in spite of the disappointment. That's what I get from that, if that made sense at all. All right. Clarify this. Where's this connection? Card flew off the table. Wounds. Childhood trauma affects this relationship. True love. This is the one you've been waiting for. Mindfulness. Pay attention to your thoughts. So yeah, your person, I feel like, is also feeling a little bit of regret. So if they have this fear that they've lost you, whether that's true or not, whether you pulled your energy back for your own stability or your own emotional well-being, whatever the case may be, this person is kind of a little afraid. That's what I get from this. So it's making them deal with their inner child wound. So let's say, for instance, this person deals with abandonment. That could be something that's being triggered at this time. And then true love, this is the one you've been waiting for. So it's making them feel like, okay, maybe this is the person, or what if I've lost the person that is meant for me, or this person that I truly do care about and truly do love, what if I have lost them? So it's making this person be more mindful of their energy. That's what I get from this. They're being more mindful. Pay attention to your thoughts. So yeah, it's like, let me be more mindful with my energy, the thoughts that I'm having. This person doesn't really know how you feel. All right. Let's see. How do they feel? A little further into detail, because I feel like we kind of already went into their feelings, but let's see with this deck. We're going to clarify Jennifer's person in question. Holy Spirit, what is their feelings that they don't mind sharing or allowing her to know? Alright. Okay. I feel you checking up on me. So this person still feels your energy to some extent. With I feel fearful and unsafe in love. I don't feel like that's vulnerability issues and all of that. It feels more like the fear surrounding whether they've lost you or not. They're not really sure. I feel pulled to make a move towards you. So whatever this, all of this energy is, it's kind of encouraging them to like move towards you in some type of way. Yeah, well, you do have the Three of Wands here in reverse though. So it's kind of like, because this is the card of anticipation, waiting for ships to come in and all of that. His hand is already on one of the staffs, so it's like it's some type of needing to step forward. Again, they don't know where they stand with you, so there's a little bit of curiosity. I get like this energy. It's kind of like two different things. It's like I'm waiting for something to come, but I don't know if I should wait or I should do something. It's kind of like that type of friction. This person is in a place of they don't really know. They're unsure. They're not fully confident in where things are. So I feel like this person may want to do something or say something. So let me see, what does this person want to say? What does this person want to say? Okay, I don't know if you had a question. This came out. Okay, I asked my guides, my angels, my ancestors. Okay, so they are consulting, or they pray about this, or they're just seeking some type of guidance within themselves about this. There are some choices or decisions that this person feels that they need to make. They know that already. These cards came out in another read I did. But it's not about anybody else. I feel like this person's behavior, their actions, they wonder if it's left you in a place of confusion as well, or whether or not they care about you. So they are seeing some type of, whether it's some type of signs or synchronicities, or like some type of nudges or energies that they need to make a decision, or they need to, whether that choice is to come towards you, or just something that they got to make up within themselves, like a choice or decision that they have to make up within them in relations to this connection. They're aware of that. So I don't know if you had a question, but the no card came out. That card has been destroyed because I accidentally rolled over it with my chair on accident. I didn't see it there, but I messed that card up a while ago. But it might be a question you had, I don't know. But I'm going to go ahead and see what the advice is for you and what can you potentially expect from this current energy. Holy Spirit, what is the advice for Jennifer in this situation? That's of everyone's highest good. What is the potential for coming energies based off of where things are right now? Okay, it's time to take action. New moon in Aries. A new romantic cycle begins. New moon in Libra. So you have two new moon cards, just new energies. So whichever one of you, because I feel like it came out that this person feels pulled to make a move and all of that. If you also feel within yourself there might be something that you're led to do, or some type of action or whatever, whoever it is, I feel like it most likely will lead to a new cycle between the two of you. Something, a shift in your love life. Um, Most definitely. So then these two new moon energies is like setting intentions. So whatever the forward movement is, like I said, it's creating some type of new energy. I would use either, if this is you, if you feel led to, because I'm not going to say like the cards is actively telling you that you need to do something. I feel like if you feel led to, and this person feels led to, because it can be both ways, that you guys are actually both guided to do something which adds momentum into the situation and brings about a new beginning or a new cycle, a new chapter in some way, or one of you, either way it goes. um, but I do feel like whatever the action is that is divinely led, it will lead to a new cycle between you two in this connection, or bring, at the very most, I will say, or very least, I feel like bring balance in the situation between the two of you. Some type of harmonious balance. Will the new romantic cycle take place between the two of you? I feel like it's likely. It can also be in new areas, new ways. It's a multiple, whatever it could be. Um, I don't want to like feed into like the hope, but I feel like what spirit is saying, whatever divinely guided action is taken, it's most likely going to lead to a harmonious balance, a new cycle in love. Okay. When I say that, it could either be together or it could be just period. I feel like it's period. So I don't want to add in no extras and take away and all of that. Put in, take away. Just the basis of this is a new romantic cycle, whatever this action is taken. So the Aries energy, I would more so say that whatever the action is, it's more so for self, not like in a selfish sense, but I'm doing this for what's for my highest good, or because I want peace, or I want clarity, or whatever. You know what I mean? It's has something to do with self or some type of realization, but it's divinely led though. So whoever this is meant for, if it's you or if this is your person, it's energy, or it's both of you that feels led to take some type of action in this, that's what I'm getting. All right. Hopefully that made sense. Hopefully that wasn't, confusing. But I hope it was helpful. I hope it gives you insight. I hope it gives you clarity. I hope it brings you peace. And I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next person, which is Nikole. All right. Let's clear the energy from the last reading. Holy Spirit, please clear out all previous energies from the last message and reading. Close it out with love. Ask for divine truth and clarity for Nikole and the person whom Nikole has on her mind for this reading. What does she need to know? Whoa, we got all major arcana cards. Okay. Interesting. So you have tradition with Romeo and Juliet, which is the Hierophant in this deck. Merlin and Vivian, which is the Magician or the Magic card in this deck. You have Oppression in reverse, which is the Tower card in this deck. So all majors. There's an opportunity to fix something maybe that one of you or both of you perceive to be pretty like something that cannot be salvaged or reversed, when in actuality it can. Seems like whatever, something might have transpired recently or in the could have been recent past. Something happened, I feel like it needed to. Anytime the Tower comes out, whether it's upright or reverse, it's the Tower, when it does fall, when it does deconstruct, it's more so because whatever that previous foundation was, it wasn't built on sturdy ground. And it also brings about an awakening. It brings about a shift and a change a lot of times, or some type of an awareness of something, or revelation rather. So whatever this was, it does serve a higher purpose, even though it might not be perceived as so. Um, with the Magician card here, it's like both of you have the ability to um, utilize your power, your gifts, your insights, your skills, whatever it is that spirit is shown or given to you, to turn or shift things for the better. You have the ability to do that. There is opposition here, but I don't feel like it's whatever the Tower was bringing, if that makes sense. Looking at this card with Romeo and Juliet, it's a highly romanticized story. It's, you know, that forbidden love type energy, that soulmate recognition energy, but it also has that quality of some type of karmic energy in the middle or in the midst that prevents them from fully being together. So it's like, if I can't have this, then I won't be happy, or I might as well just give up, right? It's that type of feeling. That might be the energy that needs to be removed. That might actually be the opposition. Is, let's say someone does feel like this is hopeless because if I can't have this, or if it doesn't go this way, or if I can't be with this person how I want to be with them, or be with them at all, then I give up. Or not so dramatically how Romeo and Juliet, you know, how they went about it, not like that, but let's just say just kind of feeling pessimistic about things. That is the block, more so than whatever the Tower brought about. The Tower was only there to show what wasn't sturdy in the first place anyway, but there's still an opportunity to fix something or shift the energy, if that makes sense. There's still that opportunity to do that. So let's see what the Denied Shadow Oracle cards got to serve. Damn, all these, we not taking all these cards. I can't stand when they do that. Like, take all these cards. I ain't doing it. How many cards? Divine Spirit. What is the energy surrounding Nikole in this situation? Okay. Third party, there's another energy in the mix. Listen to your intuition or your gut. It's time to face the truth. Loyalty, fidelity, faithfulness. Someone is unable to make a decision. So there is some type of third energy in the mix. Like I said, it feels more like this heavy pessimism, but it's likely, even though I don't see it, it could be that there was an issue with someone else being in the connection, or someone unwilling to make a decision when it came to other people in the mix, or something like that. And whatever that was, something needed to come to an awareness, or someone needed to see the truth. And I feel like the Tower brought that truth, because it was like, it was becoming too oppressive. This situation again can be fixed, but it's like, whoever, whatever that that pessimism is, whatever that belief is, because the Hierophant deals with belief systems and patterns and structures and traditions and all of that. It's some type of fixed belief of something, some type of stance. Someone needs to listen to their intuition above that, because that is the block. That's the real opposition. That's the real oppressive energy, not the Tower. Like I said, the Tower is in reverse. So whatever needed to happen, whatever that destruction that happened, that needed to occur, it already happened. what needs to be more so annihilated is whatever's connected to this energy that's causing separation, if that makes sense. That's the best way that I can describe this energy. Let's see how this person on the opposite end feels. Now I get at least one card because like none of the cards coming out. Either you and this person, excuse me, are not communicating right now. There's a lot that's left unsaid because this feels like, okay, so the first card that you have that came out was, I feel like you could hurt me more than anyone. I feel ready for a healthy commitment, and I feel you checking up on me. So it feels like either, like I said, you guys are not talking, and it's kind of like a lot of time has passed, it feels like. Or just not a lot has been said since whatever this tower energy happened. So this person, I feel like you could hurt me more than anyone. Some, maybe, if it, I don't know, because I feel like somebody's trust might have been compromised, or someone feels like they are not sure if they can trust again. Something happened where someone doesn't feel completely safe in the connection, or being in a connection, they're not really sure if they can fully trust another. Kind of feels that way. But there's enough time that has passed or something where someone feels like, well, I'm more ready now than I was before to be in a commitment or to have a healthier connection. Someone feels that way. I feel you checking up on me. Again, it feels like there's some type of separative energy or some type of time that has passed. Something along the lines of that. Let's see. What does the person want you to know? What do they want to tell you? You guys are not directly in communication. It don't feel like it, or not saying the things that you really need to say. It's one of the two. All right. There's still some type of energy exchange between the two of you. Like I said, I don't feel like it's direct, because you have, I'm being subliminal with you, I'm more aware than what you think. This doesn't feel like two people that are actually talking, communicating their feelings, or haven't spoken in some time. It's like, it's very, how do I explain it? It feels very faint. So yeah, again with the, I fantasize and daydream about you, I feel like this person, there's still an opportunity to mend something, to fix, to recreate. I won't say recreate, but more so reestablish something and create something else, something new. It requires two people. Like, you both have the ability to do it. So whether it's something that completely like where you both just like fell off, you fell out with each other, you broke up or something like that, or you guys are still dealing with each other, but it's like something caused friction in the situation. Whatever the case may be, it's like it's still something that is fixable, if that makes sense. Or there's still hope in the situation. It's not all just completely lost. So let's see what your advice, what can you potentially expect? All right, so your advice, well, the first card that came out was a personal issue reaches resolution, full moon in Cancer. And then you have believe in the impossible with the blue moon card. So your advice is to, in order to manifest or create as a magician, you do have to believe in what you can't see. It's not saying to be delusional and all of that. Like, if this is a situation that is toxic, it's unhealthy, it's like I don't see that. But in case, let's just say, it is something that is not of your highest good and this person is harmful to you or you're harmful towards them, or um but I don't get that type of energy. Like, you gotta use your highest judgment. I'm not condoning anything toxic or nothing like that, or telling you to be delusional and just look past what's there. But if this is something that you within yourself feel pulled to fix, or that you can fix both parties, you gotta believe past whatever it is that you see. Meaning, it's like you can't allow past frictions and hurt to completely block things, to be the thing that, if that makes sense. So let's say like some type of internal block within yourself can be detrimental to you in some type of way. It can prevent you from what you want, or fear of rejection, or things like that. Don't allow what it looks like to block things from moving forward, if that makes sense. You have to believe in the unseen first. That's the power of this magician card energy, as above so below. So it's spirit first and then the physical. So if your intuition is telling you something, because you did have the trust your gut card with intuition, you got to trust your internal guidance and internal system that spirit's guiding you through, not solely off of what looks like, oh well, this can never be fixed because look at what happened, and if this is ever going to work, oh well, this just ruined everything, when spirit's saying something different. You know what I mean? So spirit's saying to utilize you and this person, really to utilize your abilities, what spirit's showing you, whatever skills, whatever opportunities that are in front of you, whatever doors are in front of you, to make something happen or to shift the situation, because that possibility is there. That opportunity is there. That's what I'm getting from this. And then you have a personal issue reaches resolution. So this isn't something that I feel like is completely severed. Just because the tower was there, I feel like whatever it was happened for your highest good, for the person's highest good, because whatever that was some type of opposition and had to be removed, or it needed to be revealed. So there's a possibility for a resolution in the situation. I hope that makes sense. I hope that was like not too confusing, but yeah, this is what I'm picking up. And it might be something centered around communication, because there's a lot of blue here too. But also intuitive energy, listening to your intuition and your inner guidance, or how spirit speaks to you, I feel like too plays a role in shifting things and taking heed to what you're guided to, if that makes sense. All right, so that was your reading, Nikole. I'm gonna move on to the next person, and I do not know how to say your name. I do not know how to say this name. The last part of it I might be able to say, but I don't want to be rude and call you that if that's not a nickname or something. It's not, you know what I mean? Might be a little unprofessional. I don't know how to say your name, but you are number 7 on the list, and you'll know when you see this video. Alright, so Holy Spirit, clear all previous energies from the last message and reading, guidance. Consecrate and clear the energies, the cards. Holy Spirit, thank you for your divine wisdom, your divine insight. What do you want her to know about this connection or question? What do you want her to know about this energy? Excuse me. 7 of Cups in reverse. 7 of Swords, which is the arrows in this deck. And the 3 of Cups. Yeah. Okay, so there might be some trust issues. So the 7 of Cups in reverse is kind of like, someone that could be looking at the situation from a kind of like illusions, or just kind of making up scenarios or fantasies of what could be going on without all of the facts. That's kind of what it feels like with the 7 of Swords here. This woman is overwhelmed by these swords, and the man in the back is just sleeping peacefully. So it's kind of like you might be mentally confused by what's going on, or just have all these different scenarios or thoughts or conclusions in your mind, and it's like this person may have no idea, or you kind of feel like this person is up to something and they're just like peacefully just going on about life. But it feels like there's confusion about what's really happening or what's really going on. There are some trust issues here, definitely, for sure. I'm about to clarify this, so I want to make sure that this is clear. What's really going on? Someone is trying to appease the other. Anger issues, self-awareness, inner child. So this person might not realize, whether they do to a certain extent, like realize that you have trust issues with them, or in some type of way they might try to show you that there's nothing going on, that you have nothing to worry about, or it's something with that. But with the anger issues, loose cannon, highly reactive, you could be very emotional when it comes to this. And I feel like Spirit's saying be aware of your own behavior, be consciously aware of your own behavior. So if it is something that's affecting you, I feel like it has a deeper root, deeper issue than this person. And that could be the very thing that Spirit's trying to show you, that it's not actually, I'm not seeing that there is anything going on, but let's say it isn't. Let's say there's nothing going on at all, and it appears that way, or you have a fear of it happening, so you start looking for things to be wrong, or things that might show signs, okay, this person is untrustworthy, or they're cheating, or they're not interested in me, or blah blah blah. and you start seeing those things being created in your mind, or you start seeing little signs that seem like it's pointing to that fear. It's something that Spirit is saying to be conscious and aware of self, rather than being reactive to what you're seeing or the fear of it, by being engulfed by it. Be more observant of what you're feeling, what you're experiencing, where your thoughts are coming from. Because I feel like it's connected to the inner child. It says, be kind to yourself. Let your creativity flow. Rather than to let your creativity flow, the be kind to yourself stood out to me. I don't feel like there's anything going on. It's like bringing up more of a deeper theme, where if there's a fear of infidelity or of infidelity, or fear of just like this person just not being trustworthy or something like that. It's more, I feel like, an awareness of something within self. Like, that's what Spirit's trying to get you to see. Because I feel like it's like a heaviness. It's a burden that you might carry, or have been carrying. Pull one more. Maybe, okay, if this person had a past of doing something, the energy that I pick up from this is like a trust issue that's lingering. And it's like nothing has fully been resolved within you about it, because it's like it still bothers you. It's still mentally like crippling. And I feel like this person is kind of just innocently in the background doing their own thing. So if it be that you're worried where this person has turned away from some type of deceptive behavior or not, it's like this person, I feel, has made some type of change. And if it be that there's nothing that ever happened or ever went wrong, it's like still these thoughts are very crippling. And it's like you don't know if you can trust this person. Are they really different from what you think they are, or what they've done in the past, if they have done anything in the past to you? Whatever side of it is, it's like that trust, has this person really transformed past that? Have they grown out of that? Or are they really like that? Are they really what I'm fearing they are like? Or their behaviors, are they really that type of person? So it's like, I don't feel like you're fully secure in this. You don't have peace. But again, it goes back to self. Even if we have to be mindful of how we react and respond to things. And let's say, hypothetically, let's say this is a person that you're dealing with and they are untrustworthy. How you respond to it and react to it is up to you. Whether you decide that you're going to stay or you're going to leave. Like, this isn't for me, this isn't of my highest good. Should I stay? Should I go? Ultimately, the decision and choice is yours, because being in this place of confusion or hell, and if it's not that this person, the fears of deception and trickery or lies from the person, could be just within the self. Like, is this person really for me? Am I really seeing things as they really are? Am I being delusional? Is this person really for my highest good? Or is this connection really there? Or is this just someone stringing me along? Or whatever the fear could be, you have to deal with it within yourself. And how you deal with it, I feel like Spirit wants you to go about it in a more self-aware place, rather than being overly emotional or beating yourself up or down about it, if that makes sense. All right, let's see how this person currently feels. How does this person currently feel about you? How does this person currently feel? How do they feel? Cards is just flying. person doesn't really feel ready to have a full-on commitment or feel all the way equipped to be in a commitment. They do feel like you are someone that is rare to them, that you're not like other people. So if there's this jealousy or this fear of other women, or are they more attracted to other people than they are me, I don't feel like that's the case. Obviously, with this card, it's like they see you as, not to say that they won't find people attractive, but to, in this place of comparison, like others are better than me, or this person just looks past me, they don't care about me, like that type of thing. I'm not getting that that's something that is in this person's mind. And then you have, I feel a strong conviction to tell you everything. I feel there's someone, something, or someone trying to separate us. So this person might feel the friction, and they're registering it in a way like it's something pulling you two away, rather than, I feel like this person doesn't know how you feel, really, or what's really bothering you, what these thoughts are. If these are tormenting thoughts that you have secretly, this person has no idea. This person does want to tell you something, so they might be holding back things of their own, not getting anything dark or malicious, that type of thing. But this person has no idea what is it that might be on your mind, or what the things that bother you about this situation or this connection or your feelings. I don't feel like this person knows, not in depth. So they have their own insecurities that they deal with as well. You guys might share mutual friends or connections, and I feel like this person does consult some type of guidance. If you guys are not physically active or sexually active with one another, it could be still the same thing. I feel like that this person perceives sex from a place of like a spiritual connection, or at least with you. And if you guys have been sexually intimate with each other, they look at it as a spiritual act. It's not just a physical thing or just for physical pleasure. This person may not always admit their feelings as far as like how deep they feel about you, or the fact that they see this connection in a way that is more spiritual based, or it's like the experience of the connection is a little more divine than what they might feel comfortable expressing or telling you. They could have literally been in denial about it, but I have to be careful with this because there's a lot of energy of mental confusion and some type of hidden deception, or internal, I should say more internal deception, with the Seven of Cups and the Seven of Swords. So if this is this is kind of like a touchy thing, because if it is one of those situations where someone feels like they're just left to assume that someone feels something, but they don't actually know for sure whether they feel it or not, you have to be careful with that, because I don't want to feed into unless you guys are actually dealing with each other, you guys are actually together. That's different than a situation where you have a crush on somebody, or there's an ex that you're no longer with, and still, like, let's say pining after the ex, and the ex has moved on, and someone is still, well, we had a special connection, and the other person is not feeding into that at all. So I just want to be careful with those, because those are sensitive topics, and I don't want to feed into obsessions and that type of delusions and stuff like that. So obviously use your discernment, be wise, be responsible. But I do feel like this person hasn't always expressed just how maybe impactful they the connection has been, or the experience behind it might be a little more spiritual than what they've expressed. That's what I get from this. You know, if this is something where you guys can communicate and talk about whatever's bothering you, whatever this energy is, whatever the conflict is within you connected to this person, to get some sort of clarity. If it's one of those situations where you don't talk to this person, or they told you not to communicate with them or talk to them, I'm not encouraging that at all. So I just gotta just put the disclaimer out there, because I don't condone that. Okay, if I'm the messenger, I still gotta be responsible with my message, because if it's confusing you, like this connection, like does this person feel something for me, or if it's the other thing, is this person being honest or being truthful, that's different, because you are interacting with this person, you guys are connecting. But if it is one of those situations where you don't know how somebody feels, you guys are not in communication, if this person has told you that they're not interested, or to leave them alone, stop contacting them or whatever, I'm not telling you to go contact this person. I'm not saying that. I ain't condoning that. Gotta respect people's space, but if it's not that, you know how to separate it. But yeah, I just want to separate the two. I don't want nobody taking my words and twisting them up and saying that I told him if somebody has a restraining order on somebody, I'm not gonna tell them the opposite and be like, fuck that restraining order. You feel this connection, you need to tell them. No, I would tell you to just leave it alone. Let it go. It's not of your highest good. Don't feed into it. Connections are meant to be mutual, and if the other person happens to not feel the same, you can't force someone to feel what you feel or see things how you see it. It has to be something that's mutual. And if we love a person like we say we do, and it's unconditional love, you have to respect that person, where they're coming from. Respect their space, if that makes sense. But if that's not the case, don't apply it. But whoever needs to hear it, respect space, because it's like too dangerous nowadays, where we just all the set, like everybody feels like they have a twin flame, and it gives people excuses to feed into delusions and disrespect people's personal space, and it gets dangerous. People have to get restraining orders. It's not the first time I heard people having to get restraining orders. It's nothing wrong with expressing your liking or attraction or interest in someone, or feeling a connection, but if the person tells you that they don't feel that, or to stop, or that they feel uncomfortable, please honor that person. Just honor it. All right. What is your advice, and what does Spirit wants you to know? Okay. So you have conclusions are within reach. Don't let your past hold you back. With the South Node card and full moon and the eclipse card. So I do feel like you are going to get your answers or your clarity, because it's like something that's on your mind. It's a lot of confusion that I keep picking up on. I feel like you are going to finally get the clarity that you need. Don't let your past hold you back. Make sure that whatever is a conflict for you, it's not as a result of something unresolved, because that also came out in the reading too. That whatever it is that's bothering you, whatever's triggering you, it's deeper than the situation at hand. whatever the situation is at hand is more of the trigger to what's already there, if that makes sense. The inner child card did come out. You do have to be more kinder, not so hard on yourself, whatever this is. It is there to show you better awareness of self and how you respond to things. So rather than react, it's kind of like observe rather than react, if that makes sense. So whatever the clarity is, I feel it's going to come in a way that answers maybe a lot of questions, if not all, if that makes sense. Something, whatever this might be, that brings a conclusion, whatever the form of it is, just know that your conclusions are coming to you. Okay? So I'm sorry for the long spiel. I feel like I just had to say that. I have to be responsible with my reads because I do not need my words twisted. Okay? Not necessarily saying that your situation is a restraining order type of situation, but just whoever else needed to hear it or watch it, or in case maybe you did need to hear it, I don't know. We don't need those type of problems in our lives, and I don't want to be those people because I try to be mindful and make sure that I am being, you know, sympathetic if I can't be empathetic with everything because I can't fully understand certain things and I can't grasp certain things all the time and like feel for, you know what I mean? I just read some crazy shit the other day on a community post, and I was reading the comments and their response to what the person said, and I was like, y'all motherfuckers is crazy. Like, the person said that they felt a connection, or they felt like someone was their twin flame or whatever. And the person, they live in the same neighborhood, and the person told them to stop. I think the person even got a restraining order on this person. And it even was such an issue that it caused this person to leave the person that they were with because they felt like this neighbor was their twin flame. And I'm reading the comments, and some of the comments were like, just focus on yourself, and if it's meant to be, blah, like kind of keeping hope. If this person was told to leave that other person alone, like, seriously, leave me alone, but y'all like over here kind of giving them a little Disneyland pep talk, like, no. And I only seen a couple of comments that said the person got a restraining order on you, I would leave them alone. Like, the thing about connections is supposed to be a mutual thing. It should never be. That just goes against the whole science of what y'all believe a twin flame is and all of that. But the whole runner chaser thing, that's why I said this type of stuff is like, I always say this, like, this, we got to be more, we have to have more common sense. Not saying that we just exclude spiritual experiences, but if it be that all things are not lining up, like, you might feel like you have this 5D connection with this person, but in the physical realm, this person is telling you to leave them alone. That doesn't sound like something that's fully in divine alignment. And if somebody told me that, I'd be like, shit, this motherfucker can't be my twin flame, because why are they constantly repelling me? They don't want anything to do with me. I'm going to take that as like, fuck this person. Like, it's got to be someone else. Like, spirit will want someone that wants me, right? I'm not going to keep going through these cycles of this so-called person that doesn't want me. Like, that doesn't make sense. So I don't want to be that reader that's like condoning that shit, because if something, God forbid, anybody got themselves in a situation that was very dangerous and hurt somebody because this person's my twin flame and I just gotta be like that, at that point, that's an obsession. That doesn't sound like some type of divine connection. It just sounds like an excuse to label your obsession. I just couldn't believe the shit when I was reading it. I was like, y'all motherfuckers is crazy. I couldn't. Yeah. No. Yeah, no. No. This stuff is a little out of hand. Alright. long story short, next person on the list is, oh, I don't know how to say your name, but it starts with the O, and you're number 8 on the list. I don't know how to say these names. I suck at pronunciation. I could have tried, but I don't want to butcher your name. I think it's Orewa. I don't know. If I'm not saying it right, I apologize. This is your reading. Let's go ahead and get into it. Clear all previous energies. Okay, so you have the 5 of Pentacles, Queen of Cups in reverse, and the 3 of Wands in the upright. Okay. This feels like with the Queen of Cups in reverse that you're not emotionally as open, emotionally as available, or as invested as you once were with this person. Or it's like a contemplation of not being so open to this person, or being available, or giving too much of your energy to this in the way that you have in the past. Perhaps the 5 of Pentacles, either this person has literally left you feeling without, or you just felt like you weren't getting much from this person. With the 3 of Wands, there's still a desire for something to come to pass, or some type of desire for some type of movement between the two of you. But it feels like for the most part, it's like your energy, you kind of, it feels like it's kind of temporarily on hold right now. Like you've kind of iced your energy out from this person or the situation for the time being. Kind of waiting on this person to like make some type of move. It could be like you have a certain expectation of how you want this person to move forward or pursue or to invest, or you're just waiting for this person to do something. But in the meantime, it's like not giving as much, not putting too much of your energy into this. That's what this feels like. Let's see. Oh my goodness. What's this energy, Holy Spirit? What is this message? This energy. Okay. So you have unconditional love, love yourself and others without limits, conditions, and expectations. With wounds, childhood trauma affects this relationship. So from what I can see, at least on one end, I do feel that if there was like an overextension of energy and not receiving equally the same, I feel like Spirit is kind of encouraging you, because this could be, this could be something connected to the inner child, I feel, or childhood, something in the past where this type of pattern might be relevant to how things are playing out in this connection, or this person as well could be participating in some type of like their own inner child trauma in some type of way, and what they're giving or what they're not giving, or how they're showing up in the situation could be a little bit of a mirror mirroring when it comes to the wounds and how they play out. The key to this is unconditional love with self and with others as well. It's like there's a difference between unconditional love, because conditional, even though, let's say for instance, someone can think that I'm loving someone unconditionally because I'm still there, I still give them this and that, even though they're not, treating me with respect, or they're not showing up in the connection, or they kind of treat me just like an option, but I'm sticking it out. We take that as a sense of loyalty, when in actuality we're doing ourselves this loyalty, right? A dishonor to ourselves by constantly overextending or giving, and we're not receiving that same respect and love in return. And that's actually conditions, because it's like, I'll love this person to the no end, but when it comes to me, I wouldn't do the same for myself, or this person wouldn't do the same for me, just as an example, right? But unconditional love is loving people, even if that be that you have to love them from afar, if they're not respecting you or your boundaries. So I kind of feel like that's where this energy, it's kind of like that's where this is, what this is showing you in some type of way. Because the Queen of Cups being in reverse, she's not giving anything. The Queen of Cups in the upright is very, very receptive and emotionally loving and nurturing. She's the mother, she's a mother energy. When she's in reverse, again, she's not giving so much, not giving her energy. The Five of Pentacles is like a lack of something. So I feel you've done this, you've either removed or pulled your energy back, or this is what Spirit's saying. This is the energy that leads to whatever this healing, this childhood wound is, or realizing or seeing how this is playing out in this connection. Let's see how this person feels, though. How's this person in question currently feel? How does this person in this... Yeah. So this person with the I feel like you played me, if it be that this person is used to you being available in a certain way or giving, it could feel like, oh, you playing games with me, because however you went about this, or whatever it looks like to this person. So you have, I also feel like you're so difficult to read. So something about your energy, that tells me something about your energy has shifted. You shifted in some type of way. Your energy's not as either as open or available or giving in a way that this person is used to you giving. So it's kind of like, oh, you playing games with me, or it's something that's registering as that to this person. That's how they feel. They don't know how to read you right now. All right. Let's see. What does this person want to tell you? What's this person in question? Please wait for me. Card flew out. What does this person want to say? What does this person want to say? These two cards. Okay. You've taught me great things. I have some bad influences around me. So this person, I feel like, does acknowledge the good things about you and what you've provided, or the type of person that you are. It's kind of like something about this feels like it can come across this way, but it doesn't necessarily have to be that. But it kind of comes across as like the nice girl with maybe like, I don't want to say like the bad boy, that's like so cliche, but it kind of feels like that, like someone that's more sweet, more like open, or I wouldn't say innocent, but has like a light perspective on people and things, kind of expects the same type of love and treatment from people as they give. Um, that type of person usually attracts people that take advantage, or aren't as equally giving, or see people in a positive light always. So it's kind of like a empath versus narcissist type of dynamic. Not saying that this person necessarily has to have narcissistic personality disorder or anything. It could just be that this person is not as open. There's some type of there is some type of trauma bond, I feel. So if this person was told through their life experiences that being a nice person doesn't get you anywhere, they might do the opposite. And for you, it's like, um, nice people, they're loving, they give, they extend themselves. No matter what people do, always be kind, always be nice, right? So it's like those two dynamics coming together is still a trauma bond, if that makes sense, right? It feels that way. However, this is playing out, it feels like this person is not as open as perhaps maybe you were with them, have been with them. Somewhere down the line, I feel like um, something, it either became too much for you, or this person did something that was kind of like, no, I'm not doing this anymore, or I can't give as much. But there's still a level of openness, kind of hopeful, or kind of anticipating maybe this person turning things around, if that makes sense. That's what I pick up from this dynamic. But let's see what your advice is, and what's your potential outcome, near future outcome of the situation. So let's see, what is your advice, and what is the potential near coming future energies? Holy Spirit, we're going to live in truth. All right, so you have stepped out of your comfort zone, North Node, and conclusions are within reach, full moon eclipse. So you are going to get the clarity that you need. That is inevitable, I feel. With the step out of your comfort zone with North Node, you're being guided to kind of step out of your own way, if that makes sense. So I feel like wherever you're at right now, it's like you're on the brink or the cusp of walking in a new direction in life. How you would typically go about things, handle things, how you see yourself. It's like making a final shift out of that. I don't know how into astrology you are, how much you know about your own natal chart. If you feel led to look into what your North Node is, of course you got to have your birth chart, like your exact time of birth and your location of birth to get that. That might give you more of a better perspective of like what your North Node, like who you are in this lifetime, what's required to, to fully walk in your fate and your destiny. That will give you those type of answers. That might give you more clarity, but I feel like your North Node, in this instance where it says step out of your comfort zone, it's like stepping into fully what you've been called to be and who you've been called. Sometimes certain life circumstances have to happen to get us to that place where we break those cycles that no longer serve us, so that we can fully step into who we are and who we've been called to be. And I feel like that's the biggest thing the Spirit wants you to take from this as of right now. But there are going to be conclusions and clarity within your reach, however those avenues, however it manifests, whether it's through a person, through this specific person, or whatever it might be, an epiphany, whatever, you are going to get your conclusions, I feel. So yeah, that's what I'm getting. Um, so I'm getting from this. So I hope that resonates. Hope that makes sense. I hope that was helpful. Hopefully I didn't go off on a little tangent, but hopefully it was taken well. And as always, much love. I'm gonna move on to the next person, which is, I gave you a lot and I didn't know that I was not paying attention, but that must have been meant to be. Um, yeah, that was only meant to be how this person feels, but it wanted to go into all of that. Everything happens for a reason. It is what it is. I ain't tripping. She needed that, I guess. I don't know. If not, it is what it is. It was a loss, I guess. I don't know. All right, Zaria. Yours is how do they feel? So I'm going to keep that in mind because I went a little bit over with that last one. See, how does this person feel about you? Let's see. Holy Spirit, clear out all previous energies. Concentrating, clear the cards. What does Zaria's person feel? Ask for permission to tap into how they feel towards her and your connection. Well, this card's kind of flipped up. Okay, this card is in reverse, but I'm going to take it. Okay. The I feel nothing for you card came out of reverse, and so did this. I feel unready to make a healthy commitment. I feel fearful and unsafe in love. Okay. I feel like this person's fear is kind of not allowing them to fully embrace their feelings towards you. So I feel like your person feels like they need to block their feelings. I feel unready to make a commitment. This person obviously doesn't feel like they're capable of having a healthy relationship. Clarify these cards. How does this person feel about Zaria? Yeah, this person doesn't feel like confident in themselves either. Nine of Swords, Grace, which is the star card in this deck. Alright. I don't know too much about Dante and Patrice's story. I don't know too much about it. With the Nine of Swords card, the Nine of Swords, I feel like this person is either, I feel like this person, it's not going into how they feel, like we already got into that, but these cards right here, I feel like your person does kind of perceive you as out of their league. They know that they hurt you. It's almost like what I get from your person is that they self-sabotage things on purpose. Like some people sabotage things subconsciously out of like not feeling good enough, feeling like whatever, just they block things out of their own fears, out of their own insecurities and things like that. This person, I feel like they're aware of how their insecurities, how their fears and all of that can get in the way, so they purposely do things to block. They purposely do things to either fuck things up. That's what I get from that. To push you away, to confuse you, to make you feel some type of way, rather than just saying like, I don't really feel necessarily too good enough to be in a relationship, or I don't feel good enough for you. Because with the star card, like when it comes to people's feelings and stuff like that, the star is like a wish fulfillment, a wish come true, but it's like one of those wishes that we feel like are kind of out of reach, they're unobtainable. So it can be something that's more so of an ideal. I feel like your person might idealize you too much to the point where they feel like they're unworthy. It's like they hype their feelings up, their emotions, how they see you, and then they look at themselves. It's like, okay, well, I'm not that. I can't handle that, or I'm not good enough for this. That's what I get. So the Nine of Swords is like this person knows that they put you in headspaces that are, kind of painful, confused, conflicted. With arrows, this is Cupid. Yeah, Cupid in this deck, he's trying to hand this girl this arrow. And it's almost like this person would want to give you peace. They want to give you clarity. Because I feel like they do have genuine feelings for you. but they're not confident enough to fully like show up, or it's more so the fear of like being with you or having you and not feeling like they live up to that. That's what I get from this. Because this is, when this card came out in reverse, I don't feel like they don't feel anything for you. I feel like this person doesn't want to feel anything for you because this is their dilemma. I feel fearful and unsafe in love, and I feel unready to make a commitment. So if you ever see this person dealing with other people, most likely it's connections that don't require emotional depth. It doesn't require them to be vulnerable. It doesn't require them to be mature. That's kind of what I get from that. Um, yep. Yep. I found out he was talking to other girls, but didn't. I didn't call him out on directly. He didn't. Yeah, that, like, you got to look at this from a different perspective. And I'm not making no excuses for either side of it. You got to kind of look at it like this. You got to look at it from another perspective of, if you were to actually be in a relationship with him, do you feel like he would fully be able to show up for you? Because most likely he's already probably shown you signs that he's not capable of being in anything stable, like the flaking, the in and out, the confusion. And part of that is because I feel like it's also maturity. It's a maturity level thing. But it's also like this, his own hangups. He doesn't feel like he has anything to offer. So then I would go and pay attention to, and I wouldn't put too much energy into this, but just being observant and being open-minded and not being emotional about it. Look at the type of girls he talks to, and it'll tell you whether these girls require anything like what you're asking for. Like, you want someone that's serious, or you want somebody to actually date you, court you, whatever, be serious with you. Look at the type of girls he's talking to. I bet you $1,000,000 they're not pushing for that, or they're not looking for that. They might just be somebody to hang out with, just a good time. It's like, you can tell, and it'll let you know the type of person you're dealing with, like, or what he has to give right now. What type of capacity of attention, time, and energy does he have to give? And if he's giving it to girls that are just looking for whatever, good time, they don't require much effort or energy, they don't make them feel small or insecure, it's a whole nother thing. Not saying that you should want your person to feel small or insecure. You want somebody that is secure with you and secure within themselves with you. But you can tell the difference. If he's not in that place of maturity, he's going to go with what's lesser. I shouldn't say lesser, but requires less attention and time and energy and effort. I would pay attention to that. That's what this sounds like to me. I'm going to pull your advice, though. But just by the sounds of it, like his behaviors, his in and out and all of that, and talking to this girl and that girl, like, it could also be this person's not really ready to be in a relationship. Rather than saying that, some people just don't know how to be honest and just say, I'm not ready to be in a relationship. I like you, but I'm not ready to give what you want right now, or possibly ever. Rather than doing that, they play games. And then you got to say to yourself, like, Zaria, is this something that I really want? Like, I could really, really like this person. I could really feel this person. Really, really like him. Want to be with him. But if he's not showing up, like, do I really deserve to lessen myself and, like, keep going through this time and time again? Either he gets it or he doesn't, but I'm not going to sit here and wait for somebody to get it. It's one way or the other. And trust me, though, sometimes, not even sometimes, all the time, like, people be doing people favors out here in these streets. Like, they do. They might not have the balls to do that favor for you and tell you that they can't give anything to you, or they don't feel good, and give you the real, if they even understand that within themselves or not. But a lot of times it's a protection thing, because you're not dealing, like, let's say you were hypothetically to be with this person and they still have that energy in them. You would be devastated, you would be crying every day, or you would be confused every other day. Like, you have more peace in not fully having this person than you would probably being with them. So it's like this person's actually doing you a favor. Just saying, right now at least. I don't condone it. I don't. Aside from the cards, like, all the little cute stuff that they feel, and all they in awe of you and they like you, but if they're not walking in that energy, it just might as well be kept to themselves at the end of the day. Okay, it says your dreams need a practical plan, and you and your loved ones are safe. You have full moon in Taurus and new moon in Cancer. So your dreams need a practical plan. I feel like what Spirit is saying is like, how do I explain this? Because in this situation, or just love in general, I feel like when it comes to like how we feel about connections and things like that, keep the element of like the spiritualness and the spirituality and all of that, but also have a practical plan about how you want things to unfold in your love life, and really look at it on both sides. Like, believe that you can manifest what you want and what you have, like what you desire to have, but also keep it open to the practicality as well. Like, let's say for instance you want a person that is this and that, or you might even want to manifest this specific guy. If this person, you can, it's nothing wrong with manifesting that or saying to yourself, I would like to have that. But if this person is not that, I'm open to what's closest to best than that, if that makes sense, or something that is of higher good or greater good, if it be that it's not this person. And in what way would I be open to that? So it's like when you're manifesting things, we don't just leave it up to the sky and for it to just manifest and happen. Like, we have that optimism, we have that hope, we have that faith that we can have what we want exceedingly and abundantly, but we're also practical enough to also open ourselves up to other ways and other paths of manifesting what we want. So it's like there's something about it that has, Spirit is saying, to have like a level of practicality with your dreams and your goals. It's not saying to limit them, it's just saying to also have a practical side of it, meaning practical sometimes is saying, okay, if it's not this, then I'm Xing that out, and then what's the next best thing, or what's next aligned with what's of my highest good, if that makes sense. If that doesn't work out, that's not for my highest good, then what else is of my highest good, or how can I be open to that? Does that make sense? You and your loved ones are safe. I feel like it might look one way, how you're perceiving it, how you feel about it. With your loved ones are safe, I feel like it's not as bad as it seems. I mean, nothing really ever is. Once you heal past it and you look at it from a positive perspective, there's always silver lining to things. I don't feel like it's necessarily talking about like your loved ones, like family and all that. I feel like this person that you care about, it's also saying not to look at this as a loss, or look at whatever this temporary energy is at present, whatever will manifest in the future is going to be of your highest good. So looking at where things are now in comparison to where things could be, Spirit is saying that all is actually well, if that makes sense. All parties are being what's the right word? Not preserved. That's the word that I heard. I don't know why, but it's like you're being protected. That's what I get from this. And if you look at the Cancer symbol, Cancer is a mother energy. It's a nurturing energy. So you are safe and you are protected. That's one way that I look at this. I don't know why the word preserved came out, but that's what I heard. But that is the reading. I'm done with my spiel. I know how I get sometimes. Long story short, that was the reading. Okay. That was the read. I don't want none of y'all to ever block yourselves, block your blessings. We don't know what tomorrow brings. This dude could be different. He could change, blah, 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 all that beautiful stuff. But in the here and in the now, be open and receptive to beautiful things for yourself. And I don't mean just romantic situations and all of that, just life in general. Because sometimes things can be distractions. So I don't want to be that reader that be telling people, because I don't condone it. Okay? Respect or get ghost. It's one or the other way. Either you respect me, and if you can't, because I really do feel like this little dude is doing you a little favor right now, because he's not that. He can't be that for you right now. So it would be fucked up for him to do more, because I feel like he actually does care, but I don't feel like he has it in him to give to you right now. So rather than bullshit and be like, girl, but he still likes you, rather than doing all of that, I would say focus on Zaria. Are your feelings gonna go away for him overnight? Nah, probably, most likely not. But the more and more you put towards yourself and towards your energy, the more it doesn't distract so much. It's not so heavy anymore, if that makes sense. You don't look at it as a loss. So whether this person just, I don't know, gets it together one day or somebody better, that's one way to look at it. It's one way to look at it. And sometimes, and then you said, what did you say? You said that, why won't he just let you go? That makes a lot of sense. But sometimes we be looking for closure from people that either don't have the capacity to give, and who's to say that they want to fully let you go to a certain extent. But sometimes we got to pull the plug on things or just separate ourselves, because again, to keep it real, I doubt you're going to stop having feelings for him overnight. And it's not to force yourself to stop caring about somebody. It's just encouraging you to care more about yourself and your well-being more so. When somebody can't show up for you, you got to show up for yourself. So that's one way to look at it. And if it be that it's not, if it be that it's not him, Spirit always has something that is better suited for you. So however it's meant to flow, however it's meant to happen, you got to think about it. Like, yeah, I wanted to be this person, but do they really have the capacity to be that which I really want and deserve to have? And if Spirit gave this person the opportunity to be with me, but they decided that they didn't want to step it up, or they're not willing to do the work on themselves, well, I want somebody that is available and ready, and someone that will equally respect me and be there for me. It's one way to look at it. One way to look. Yeah, because I know how it is. I know how resilience and love is. Like, no, I'm going to stick it out. I like him, blah, blah, blah. But he got to like himself enough to do his inner work. You can't pick up the slack for him. And if he's young, like, and I can't make excuses, because some young people, you know, at a young age, they decide to be in relationships and mature enough to handle a relationship. That's a choice. Everything is a choice. But if this person is choosing to say, nah, like, I don't want to heal or whatever, or I'm not ready to be in a relationship, then it's like, okay, I respect it. We're in two different spaces. I can't force you to be what I want you to be and be ready when I want you to be ready. Instead of that, I'll either focus on something else in life and or also open myself up to someone that is available to what I'm ready for and is actually, you know, someone that is ready. Don't want to limit yourself. Long story short, I'm done, I promise. All right, Janaya, I'm sorry. All right, that was the reading. I'm sorry. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. All right. Oh, my bad. Okay, so Janaya, this is your reading. Let's very clear off some of these energies. Oh my goodness. This person A. This person A. Okay, 8 of Swords, 4 of Wands, 3 of Swords. Okay. Either this is somebody that you are afraid is going to end in some type of heartbreak, or this is a connection that did lead to that. But it's kind of like something that's got you kind of stuck in your head, like a fear, either the fear of what happened in the past repeating itself again, or just the fear of something not turning out well when it comes to this connection with this person. Because this 8 of Swords is like this person's stuck in her own fear, stuck in her own way. And this even looks like fear too, because this woman, the heart is not her heart, it's not being stabbed, right? Like she's not actually feeling the pain. It's either she's witnessing this, or it's something she's experienced in the past, or it's something that she fears coming to pass in the future. It's one of those two things. Could be both, actually. Yeah, because it's like this 4 of Wands energy is something that is either established, or there's a desire to establish it, but that fear is in the way. Alright, hold on. I'm going to clarify this. Five of Cups in reverse. Page or Princess of Coins, which is the Page of Pentacles. So yeah, I feel like this was something that either happened in the past, and it's like a fear of history repeating itself again. With the Page of Pentacles being here, it's like an opportunity, a potential for something. But I feel like the fear of exploring it is like what's coming out the most. And I feel like Spirit is trying to give you clarity, or to see what that is, so that you can remove it, or so that it's not a block for you. Because it's like this could be a potential opportunity for some type of stability, or you see this like, okay, this situation, this person, this could be something potential here, this could be something stable. But it's like what happened or what transpired in the past, whether it was with this person or past situations, it's like this plays out in the mind as a block. That's what I get from this. So let's see. Let me clarify this. Denied. The denied shadow cards. Don't tell me this is that dude that you still ain't said nothing to him yet. Please don't tell me that you ain't said nothing yet. Okay, let's see. All right, you got patience, allow things to unfold. You have growth, An expansion with the pregnancy card. Pride, self-centered, ego-driven, intention someone has ulterior motives. I feel like this is the fear. It's like I do feel like you should have patience and allow things to unfold in its divine time, but it's a fine line between patience and procrastination, if that makes sense. Because I feel like the patience or the telling the self, okay, I need to wait, is actually coming from this place of fear. Um, when it comes to this person's intentions, and then you have self-centeredness, ego-driven pride. So it's like fear getting in the way because there's a potential for something to expand or to grow. That's what I get from this. It's going back to this Pentacles card where it has this potential. There's a seed here, but all this other stuff in the background is causing the block. It's causing the, yeah, it's like it's causing, I won't say so much the block, but maybe just the lack of movement. That's what I get from this. Um, but I feel like Spirit does want you to reflect on your intentions. Like, make sure, like, where you're at with this, where you stand, what is your desire, what is it that you want to come from the situation. Like, get clear within yourself. Okay, let's see how this person is feeling. Person feeling, this person A, how they feel towards Janaya and your connection. How's this person feeling? I feel like you're hiding something. I feel fed up at the moment. It was in reverse. And I felt pulled towards them because they were convenient at the time. Was in reverse. How this person feels. How they feel about you. I feel like this person can either sense your energy enough to know that like it's something that you want to say, because I feel like that's more so what it is, or it's like something that you're holding back on. So this person, this is just like a side note. um this person could like be thinking about you or sensing your energy. It's like when people are intuitive, or two people are connected, whether it's romantically or platonically, like you can tell when the person's energy's around, or you feel like, I don't know why, but I feel like I'm gonna hear from this person type thing. It's like this person can tell that there's something going on with you connected to them, because I feel like you're hiding something. I don't feel like it's anything negative, like them saying that or feeling that way. It's kind of like they're sensing your energy. That's what I get from this. I feel fed up at the moment, and I felt pulled towards them because they were convenient at the time. This person could be, I won't say focused, but this person's energy right now, they might be in a kind of like in a negative place when it comes to their love life. This person, I feel like, might be, this is a side note, I don't know where this is coming from. I feel like this person might have dealt with someone recently, or is dealing with someone that kind of was just like for the moment, for a good time, and they're actually, either they're, like I said, they either broke up with this person, or they're tired of this person because it was just a convenience at this time. So they might have something going on. And if you felt, if this is that same guy, which I feel like it is, if this is a situation where you feel like you need to reach out to them, or you are wondering if you should or should you wait on them, I would say the patience thing, we're going to go back to the patience card, allow this to unfold. There is a divine timing on this, because if this person is dealing with someone, or they're like trying to get away from them or break things off, or they did but they're still like having to deal with this person in some type of way, I would wait till things clear out. I don't know, that's just what I'm getting from this that came out. um but yeah, use your discernment though. But that came out intuitively. Like, I feel the energy, like it might be that they broke up with this person, or just broke things off if they're not really together, but just kind of situationship. Their energy's still around, and this person's like annoyed. So I don't feel like it's the best time to try to establish things with somebody right now. If this is that same person, I don't know. That's what I'm getting from this. What does this person want to say? So this person still has you in their heart space. They still feel a connection to you. Yep. See? I feel like this person can sense you. Like I said, you know how we can tell when a friend or a family member is about to call or to hit us up or something, because we, even if we haven't talked to them in a while, we can feel their energy. It feels like that. Like, they feel your presence. So I don't know if you made your presence known to this person yet, or it's just you're still like contemplating it. This person can pick up on you still. They still feel your energy. I don't feel like you've ever actually left. So this person still cares about you. Yeah. There is an element of it though, is like they kind of look at it as something that was rather than what is right now, because I feel like you guys kind of allow time to pass and move on. But you're still in this person's heart space though. That's clear. All right. Let's see. My goodness. These readings have been interesting tonight. I'm telling you. If I sound like real dry and ashy than usual, because I think my voice is kind of ashy anyway, like kind of Eeyore-ish. If it's even more Eeyore-ish at this time, I'm still kind of drowsy. I can read, but it's like in between. Like, I'm in between states. Like, I could still be active and talk and stuff like that, but it's kind of like I'm on autopilot. Like, I'm just chilling. I don't know how to explain it. It's like I'm here, but I'm not here. It's weird. I didn't take no medicine today either, so I don't know what that's about. But ever since the Lionsgate, because I don't think it's just my fever and flu and stuff like that. Ever since the Lionsgate, my energy, I've been feeling like really drained and tired and just like wanting to rest and clearing and all. It's been weird. I don't know. I don't know if anybody else on here feels that. Only a few people I know and I've talked to kind of feel like that energy, that floaty, like kind of being in between world type energy, or literally like feeling sick, having like flu symptoms. Okay, you have worked through your fears, new moon in Scorpio, and you're very close to achieving your goal. So I feel like things are going to, even if it's not the guy, because for some reason I feel like it's them. I don't know if this is the same person you're asking about, but for some reason, I don't know, for some reason, Spirit say to work through your fears surrounding this. And that whatever the goal is, like the ultimate, like the whatever your purpose and reason that's aligned with what's of the highest good of things, I feel like it's going to turn out well, whatever that might be. Whether you set a goal to just clear the air or to mend things, whatever it is, I feel like it's going to end well. You just got to work through this fear that you have and discern where is it actually coming from. Where is this actually stemming from and why? Because it's kind of clear with that other reading, or not the other reading, the other cards, the tarot cards with the Three of Swords, the Eight of Swords, that there's something that is still there. It's something that's still kind of posing as a block to you from the past that you haven't released. Because it's like, okay, well, what if this happens again? You got to release that what if, that fear, because that's past energy. But yeah, that's what I'm getting from this. Hold on, Ollie. You don't just come in here, girl, and just start demanding stuff. Alright. So that is what I'm getting for you guys for this evening. That was pretty long reading tonight. But like I said, it's probably because I'm still, I mean, I feel a little bit better. Feel better. And I'm a little in between. Like, I'm here, but I'm not. And I haven't read for a couple of days. So I got to get back to my readings. I can't be gone too long. But I hope that the readings were helpful. Hope they resonated. And if you guys ever need clarification, like you didn't understand something, not saying that it's requiring that you get a whole new reading, like not saying that. If it was a part of the reading or something that you felt you didn't fully understand, let me know. But if it's something that is like way more like requiring a whole nother reading as far as like going into more depth, you guys would have to get a reading. But other than that, I hope the reading was helpful to those of you that got a reading tonight. I appreciate you guys as always. I'm going to catch you guys in the next video, next reading. And until next time, peace.